Hey, everybody. So I've had a few questions recently that I've seen in the hardcore self-help group, also just elsewhere about online therapy. And, people saying, I don't have a lot of resources in my area. Have you guys had any experience with things like BetterHelp or Talkspace or any of those programs? And so I want to talk about one thing, which is that those programs, BetterHelp, Talkspace, Seven Cups, I think has a professional option. There's a few websites out there that are online therapy platforms where you can do either texting, like asynchronous messages back and forth. You can do live sessions and a variety of other options. Those exist, and they are a really interesting option. What a lot of the research focuses on in terms of showing that online therapy is very effective is actually not that, but showing direct face-to-face, one-on-one, not face-to-face, but, webcam to webcam, one-on-one online therapy, basically through, online compliant versions of things like Skype or Zoom. There's a variety of different programs that are compliant with healthcare privacy laws. So the research shows that, connecting directly with a therapist and having essentially regular therapy sessions over the internet is very effective. And that's what I do a lot in my practice. And a lot of people don't know how to find a therapist. So one thing to keep in mind is that if you are in the United States, I don't know exactly what the laws are elsewhere because I'm not licensed there. But in the United States, a licensed therapist, can work with anybody within their state online. So it doesn't have to be someone that's local to them, but they also typically can't practice across state lines. So me being in California, I could work with anybody in California that resides in California and work with them online. And so I want to show you how you can find somebody that's within your state. This is really great because, let me adjust this here. Whoop. Okay, so this is really great because a lot of people don't have access to the types of therapists that they need in their area. Say you're in a very small town, you only have a few therapists, and you want somebody who works with, say, like LGBTQ issues, or somebody who works with trauma, and you just can't find anyone near you. You can look in some more populated places and find a therapist that might offer online treatment. So check out Psychology Today. That's kind of one of the industry standard places where psychologists and therapists, they pay to be on this platform, but many, many people do. I don't know if most or not, but many, many of them do. So they're paying to have their listings here, but it's sort of the industry standard of where you can find somebody. So what you do is you go to Psychology Today, and they have a little box right here that says find a therapist. And so say you're in one of these places where you just don't have resources in your area. Well, maybe you want to find somebody from a bigger city, especially a city that has resources like the ones you're looking for. So say this is somebody who, again, is looking for, LGBTQ issues. Maybe San Francisco would be a good place. So you want to do San Francisco, California. And so these are all the providers in San Francisco that are on Psychology Today. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go down on the left side to online counseling. So if you click that, that filters all these people by whether or not they do online therapy. So all these people could do online therapy. And if you're a resident of California, you could work with any one of these people technically. So now that we have it sorted by online therapy, you want to go to issues and then go down and let's see. What do we got? So maybe they're looking for, transgender issues. So these would be all people who are comfortable working with transgender clients that are available to practice online, and they themselves practice around the, Bay Area in California. So what you would do is you would just click on one of these people, see what they write about themselves. So this person talks about working with people with sexual minorities, including LGBTQ, kink clients, non-traditional, non-monogamous relationships, etc. So this is a person that may be very, very, very helpful for you, but you may have nobody like that in your area. So this would be a great person that you could reach out to. You can email them directly, and that pulls up all of this stuff, and you just type in your name, email address, phone number, subject, and then you write it in, and they would be somebody that you could potentially work with over the internet. So hopefully that information is helpful to you. You're not stuck with just the apps. The apps do serve an interesting purpose, and I think they're worth trying out. But if you are available to just have a regular therapy session with somebody that is within your state, that's something to also consider. Going back to the results, you can look further. A lot of places in terms of insurance companies are now accepting online therapy as something that they provide for. So say you have, what's a common one around here? It would be like Anthem. So now we're really, really, really tightening up the search criteria. So we have online counseling, transgender issues, and Anthem Blue Cross insurance. So these are all people that take that insurance. Now, that's not a guarantee that, oh, hey, Allison Lee was on the podcast with me before. But this isn't a guarantee that your insurance is going to cover it, but these people do take your insurance. So I've certainly had insurance reimbursed for online therapy. You got to check with your insurance company though, and they could probably help you do that. So again, hopefully this is helpful. If you have any questions about online therapy in general or about finding somebody, just let me know, and happy trails.